Hey there everyone, Hitesh here and welcome to another Saturday Live, a simple live in which I try to answer all of your questions, have some chit chat with you and just try to answer basically all of your questions. So just like always, welcome everyone, and yes, I can do all of these stuffs as well. So yeah, welcome everyone, welcome. And we are going to take a lot of your questions. We'll try to answer some of your questions. Maybe some of you want to see like what should I learn next? What should I learn after this or anything, or in general, just hello. So we're going to say that. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on that. So Leonard Soles, hello, how are you, Leonard? Nice name, there we go. And we get all more people as well. So hello, Kushbu, how are you as well? And hello Muthu, how are you? And yes, I'm going to be popping up all of your questions on the screen so that you can see what I'm talking about, what question basically you're trying to ask. And thank you so much for accepting all of this that I'm doing up here. And Akrit, thank you so much. Recommend your content, dope quality. Thank you so much. And I hope you are enjoying this live quality as well. I'm trying to bump this up as much as possible. Like moving beyond this quality of live would be like in 4K, and I can go actually in 4K too, but it won't make much sense because I'll be streaming so much of data and that it might cause lag at your end. So I don't want to do that. Okay, so I will be taking up your question within a minute. Let's just see how many people are joined up. I can see. Okay, so how can I check that how many people are live? Okay. So analytics, yep, they are using, so it says 70 concurrent users as of now, but I can see 300 are watching. So need to do something about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick up some of your questions and try to answer them. So let's go ahead and try to see that. Okay, so I'm going to try to pick up some of them. So let's go ahead and say that. So this is the question by Surendra. He says, tech stack to create quick practical MVP site. So if you want to really like you are in a really hurry and you want to see quickly like how your product is going to look like, I think Django can be one good thing for doing it. And my recent course is all about that. In case you don't know, I have rolled out a new course, and that course is all about how quickly you can generate an idea into a web application and can have your MVP. So I would say quickly, fastly, Django can actually do it. But it all depends on how much good you are in other programming language. Probably some other person is like really great in Gatsby and can get it up and running, go in the Gatsby with a strappy CMS, Stra API CMS. But yeah. Okay, Ajaz says, is C++ still worth it? It depends. It depends. If you are still writing the old style of C++ programming and you are saying that there is no automatic memory cleanup in C++, then I would say no, that's not worth it. But if you're learning the advanced things in the C++, things like what's happening in C++ 17 or C++ 20, then I would say, yeah, it is totally worth it. But if you're going for all, like, that is not. Okay. YouTube technology is working in 2050. I guess so. Not really 2050, but yeah, there are some hidden tricks and tips going on with everybody, not just YouTube. Every company try to implement some of the hidden things to make things more optimized and stuff. We do that quite a lot. In fact, if you see this kind of a live going on, this is also a hack that we are using. It's not like a default YouTube live where I bring up all of your questions just like on the screen in a live event like this. So yeah, it's like that. Okay, good question here. How to be consistent in learning? Learning consistency is one of the trickiest thing to have. It's not really that much easy. Either you post up some things like story or share your progress with me or somebody else on YouTube or something. Then it's a way how you can be consistent on that. You have to enjoy the learning process. Probably that's the most important thing. Okay. So Hazrat Ali says, hello sir, how can I buy your Django course from Bangladesh? You can use any of your credit card. We accept all of the international currencies and credit card. So cards are only there. So yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so there's an interesting one. Pie shape or T shape learning, neither of them. I don't recommend like what shape of learning, T shape, pie shape, whatever that is. My recommendation always have been follow the rule of five. So five project. So what I recommend people is if you're learning Python, Django, React, whatever you are learning, I would say that build five projects, and at least one should be a clone and one should be a complex project which includes database, fetching up some images or video or something. And once you are done with the five project, then move on to the next project. At least that's what you should be doing in your college life at least. And even if you are learning it as a side by side, then you should still do that. I wish I would pay my engineering fees to you. I can't imagine the quality. Uh, I don't need that much of money to be honest. Like we are doing okay with the amount of money that I'm having. I don't want to like get like $5 million or $50 million funding. Whatever we are getting, it's really good and it's okay. Our platform is growing like really nicely. Amazing team that we are having. We're producing good amount of content, good quality content. So I think I'm good with the amount of pricing, and probably I need to increase like 200 rupees or 100 rupees more in some of the courses, because they are actually a little bit not going with our pricing and our billing that we are getting. So yeah, I would say probably if I increase like 100 rupees more or something, that's it. That's all we can manage, and we can totally manage that. Sir, please do GitHub tutorial. I've already got a very in-depth course on GitHub, which is already on the Learn Code online. I can put up like a cheat sheet or a crash course on that, but again, it won't be much of really good, because in a cheat sheet, there are basically like 4 or 5 commands which don't do justice to the Git or GitHub at all. You need to understand why it is happening, what it is happening, how to create multiple branches. At least these are the like basic minimum if you want to do like any production testing version kind of a company stuff. This is like a very basic one. Okay, so Asif says jobs on Flutter current scenario. There are plenty. There are plenty of jobs in the Flutter as well. So no issue at all in that. So don't worry too much. Just keep on learning. And yep, nice bottle here. So we're gonna keep it up here. Okay. Okay, so Vinay says, any plan on launch LCO University? No, there is no plan of such to launch any kind of university or something. I don't want to get like restricted from upper management that, hey, you can only teach this, you cannot change the curriculum. Currently, I'm free to modify the content whenever I like. I felt like my old React course was like getting a little bit old. So I revamped it, launched a new course. That's what I can do anytime when I like. But in the case of university, this is not how it works. Okay, so let me ask you one interesting question as well. You have been asking me a lot. So did you guys saw my recent story? I shouldn't be doing that, but have you guys seen my recent story on Instagram? I posted about some really good, great, big company, and good to see that they are choosing a really great platform to learn programming. Good to see that. And that's something really awesome. So you should definitely follow me up on my Instagram. You should really follow me up on my Instagram. There's a lot of fun that happens there, and I keep on posting so much of content and fun there. It's so much there. Okay. There's an interesting question by, I think, some fake account, but I wanted to take it. Where is it? There we go. Here is it. Lots of lols. Obviously, that's a fake account, but why don't you create your own programming language? Like, why should I create? Like, what is the existing problem that no programming language is solving? I don't see a need of creating own programming language. Like, you have to write your own lectures, you have to write your own loops and handling all of that. And so much of work, and then what you get, like a basic hello world. If you want to add more feature, you need a big gigantic team. It's not really that much easy to have a programming language. Like dummy, you can have it, like you can easily have it. Okay, so Ashish says, hey sir, I have asked you about documentation, can you help a little bit? Documentation is one thing, reading is super important, but nobody wants to do it. Writing that is even very, very tough. Nobody wants to do that again. So yeah. Okay, so seems like there is a couple of super chat. Okay, let's take them as well. So Subhash says, you told about LCO franchise, your plan criteria. Yes, it was kind of a plan under consideration in 2020, but you know what happened in 2020. So as of now, that plan, we never gave another thought on that. Surely that is something in my mind I want to have, but you know, 2020 happened and nothing happened after that. So didn't thought much about it. Probably we can talk and discuss on that. My biggest concern about anything like that is the quality. Like I am going to govern what kind of content is going to be delivered. That's my basic requirement, and how the exams will happen. And people need to fail in the exam as well. They need to retake exam. It happens all the time in our offline centers and even online centers as well. That students do fail at Learn Code Online. The final exams, they retake the exams and stuff. So yeah, it happens. It should happen, because everything, if you just complete all the watching the videos and you generate a certificate, I don't think so it's really like great. I really don't want to have it. Okay, so Ashwin says Django versus Node. Okay, so there's an interesting question by Akshay Kumar. I'm gonna take that one as well. Okay, where is that question? Come on. Okay, so come on. That question is not loading up. It's coming up. Hold, guys. Sometimes the chat is actually too much, so it gets loaded up. Okay, so first one is from Sambit. He says, hey Tesh, I have gone through your latest Django course. I want to implement that with Java and Spring Boot. Can you please discuss about the prerequisite? I have to think a lot about if you want to implement it into the Spring and Java, because I never actually gave that much of a thought. Surely it is 100% possible, shouldn't be a big deal at all, because what we are doing there is moreover about building an application which has a few features. So basic stuff like how you search into the database, how you fetch, like implement things only in the database side and fetch it on the front end, some data traveling from both side, some data only traveling from back end to front end only, then search based filter. So surely it is possible, but I probably don't know how to discuss the prerequisite of that. Surely possible, but I think you should actually do that in Django first. You should follow that course. It's not really that much of like, it's not really expensive. But I think you should do it, and then it will give you more idea that how the data is traveling, and probably then you can implement it in Spring for sure. Okay, so there's a question by Akshay Kumar, who says, your opinion on WH or any kids programming. I don't know how kids are actually able to learn programming at that such age, because to be honest, when I was at that age, I could only think about is how can I go outside to play cricket. And when the cricket days were over, I was all about how can I go and play basketball. Like it was 3 o'clock in the daytime and I was just waiting, how can I move the clock speed a little bit faster so that it's 5 o'clock and I can go outside and play. I don't know why would anybody at this age would love to sit just on computer. Programming is not that much easy as it looks like. It's a very intense job. It's a very hardworking job. It's not that easy. I don't know how actually people are actually doing it. Like these kids probably are genius or something, because I am not. I would love to like go outside, play a little bit or things like that. Okay, so difference between argument versus parameters, they basically are the same thing. Whenever you're defining a function or a method, call it whatever you like, and whatever is the thing that you put inside those parentheses, that's basically is your parameters or argument. But it's not just only those can be called as argument. Programming is really widened up. So when you take any input from a command line, you can call them as a parameter or argument as well. Let's just say your program is just command line and you are taking input from a user. You can call them also a parameter or argument. So it's a good topic to make a YouTube video, something like programming versus coding, which is one of the very viral video. I don't know why I made it, but it's something like that. So yeah, these are fun topic actually. Okay, that's an interesting question by Rahul Yadav. So what do you do for living? For living, I eat, breathe, and have fun. Sorry. But I don't know what you mean by what I do for a living. I have multiple businesses, some B2B business, some B2C businesses, some offline businesses, some academies. Of course, YouTube is side temporary hustle. When I get free, I also record courses and stuff. And in this year, I was really free. So yeah, I do a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's basically it. Okay, Digital Go says, what's the secret behind your smile and are you really programmer? Thanks. I'm a big fan of yours. Uh, I don't know. Most programmers don't smile. I get you on that, and I'll give you 100% on that. But I realize that things I enjoy what I do and programming and everything. Most people are into programming stuff because they are seeing mostly the money part or somebody have pushed them into this domain. I came in this domain because of my own will. Nobody pushed me. I didn't opted for computer science branch. I was in electronics. I moved into in here. I opted my master's by myself. Nobody asked me that you should do it. I wanted to do it. I did it. Then in the PhD also, I went with more of the computers. So I came into this field. That's why I enjoy every single day of it. And that's the whole idea and the reason behind it, I guess. Okay, so Anil says Cyberpunk 2077. Yes, of course, waiting for it, waiting for it. I was thinking like I should play it on PS5, but well, let's just see. I'm gonna play it on PS5 or PS4, whatever. I just looking for it. Okay, so let's pick up more questions. Okay, so there is an important statement by Rohit Kumar, and you should also follow that. That hey, please hit that like button. Subscribe button is totally your choice. I don't force you that much because I'm not going anywhere. You're also not going anywhere. So feel free to hit it whenever you like. I'm gonna keep on posting more videos, and one day eventually you'll realize that yeah, this guy is posting a lot of videos. I should probably subscribe his channel. So yeah, you can do that. I see a lot of people keep on searching my channel, but they don't subscribe. They watch my content, like hours and hours of content. Anyways, I don't force it. It's totally okay. Okay, so let's pick up some more questions as well. Okay, so where was that question? Okay, so he says, is MC a good choice after BSc Computer Science? Yes, I think I'm still in a favor of doing masters. Like you won't be getting your education back once you move into corporate life and money and business and all of that. Moving back in the college is really tough. So complete it as much as you can. I know on the YouTube, it's so much fun to say college is going to give you nothing, education is going to give you nothing. But just remember, all those people who are saying it are already at that stage in life where they can say it. Rest of us are not at that stage. When Elon Musk says college is just for fun, he can say it. He's the owner of Tesla. But if he would be working in Tesla, he won't be saying that. He won't be saying that. So there's a difference between what you say on stage and what you do up here. Okay, so what about Pega Tool? Do you recommend for freshers? I don't know what is Pega Tool. Let me just quickly search that because sometimes I don't remember the tool name exactly. So let me just see that. Pega Tool. Okay, Pega Tool. What is that? No, I haven't used that. Pega Systems. No, I haven't been into much on the side of like management and stuff for the software designs and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know much. I don't have experience in Pega, so probably I cannot say anything. Okay, so Aditya Deshpande says, can you talk in Hindi? I think we should be talking in Marathi, Deshpande. Yes, I think so. Yes, I can talk in Hindi and I can understand Marathi too. But I don't think so. There's a point of having that here. Okay, sir, which language I use for Angular 10? Mostly TypeScript, JavaScript, meh, but mostly TypeScript. Mostly TypeScript. Okay. Okay, so Chirag says, you make things easy. You deserve more than a like. Thank you so much. You can send me an Instagram smiley as well. That is like the most amazing thing I ever get. Like, okay, so some questions regarding my iced tea as well. They are coming up. I should actually pop them first here. It makes much more interactive. Like, stuff like that. So Tech Coder says, how to start JavaScript, big fan of you. If you're a big fan of mine and you don't know how and where to start JavaScript, like, come on, what are we doing here? Come on, don't do this. At least, please, not to me. You are saying and claiming a big fan, but you don't know about my free JavaScript series. Like, come on, we are buddies here. Don't do this to me. So go. Okay, Rahul says, future in JavaScript. No, there is no future in JavaScript. JavaScript is the future. And remember the dialogue, the statement that came out, I guess like 8 years ago or something. Any application that can be built in JavaScript will be built in JavaScript, and it is getting built in JavaScript. So you can like it, dislike it, but you cannot avoid it. That's the situation of JavaScript right now. Python, surely hundreds and hundreds of fans, if I'll say anything about it, they will just come on my channel, will spam it and everything. But we all know the truth that Python is a great programming language to start the journey. But in this present era, if you are surviving without knowing the basics of JavaScript, hats off to you that how you are even doing it. No matter where you go or what things you are developing, if you're developing anything, you are touching JavaScript. So better to learn it. Okay, so Vinod, that's a question I would like to take from Vinod. How can we maintain our health while doing our desk job? Let me tell you one thing. If you cannot give like an hour or half an hour to your health right now, when you'll move into your 30s and 35, you will be needing like really your health will be in a need of you, and you won't be able to provide that. So my idea or my small recommendation is, it's not gonna be happening in overnight. You won't be getting fit overnight. So it's gonna be a journey of 5 years, 3 years, 10 years sometimes. So start giving your health a priority. Courses are good, books are good, these YouTube videos or live that I'm doing, all are aside. But if you are not taking care of your health, just don't do this to yourself. Take care of your health. That's the #1 priority. Spend time, at least an hour of walk, do some push-ups, like create a regime that I'm gonna do 100 push-ups, 1 kilometer of run, and that's it. Just maintain this regime, and that is the most important thing. I cannot tell you how many programmers and amazing people I have seen in IT industry complaining that my back is not good, my headache is there, my arms are getting swallow, and a whole lot of things I've seen, and I really don't understand that how things are going on with them. So make sure you spend a little time on your health. That's the most important thing you can have, and it's not going to come back. Okay. So there's a question by Sovik. It says, hi bro, got my first job as a web developer thanks to your videos. Hey, thank you so much. It's all your effort and all your hard work. But I'm gonna say, hey, big congratulations to you. We can put applause for you. So yeah, he got a job, and a big shout out. Make sure you give party to your friends. Hey friends, don't skip him. Make sure you take good party from him. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out some more questions if we got. There's a super chat, so let's go ahead and see that. AR, VR in React Native. Thank you, everything. And then there is a dialogue from movie Munnabai. Okay, so thank you so much, Chandra. And I actually never got too much into the AR, VR kind of a stuff. I don't have much of experience. I would love to like explore it more, but right now it's very device centric. You need to have a device to test it thoroughly and stuff like that. And anything which is restricting me to create a course just because it's not going to be accessible for everyone, I don't really think too much on that. For example, if there is a hardware need, I can put up some of the courses on IoT as well, just like AR and VR. But it's going to restrict all the people from learning it because it's not just software. And that's one of the reasons I came into programming, because stuff like that. Okay, so let's pick up more questions. And it says, you are Indian Elon Musk. No, I'm not. I'm not even nearby. Look at his wealth chart. Look at the amount of awesome cars that he is designing. I'm doing nothing. I'm just a teacher here, trying to give you some sense, because right now the least commonly found sense is the common sense. So I'm trying to put it in front of you so that at least maybe you can make your life a little better. I'm not doing anything magic here, just trying to make sure that some of you get good path and stuff like that. Okay, Yogesh says, sir, the live quality is OP. big thumbs up to you. Thank you so much. Okay, so there is again a question. Okay, come on, load this up. There's a super chat. I can see it, but I cannot see. Like, finally it loaded up. Okay, so Firebase or MySQL or SQLite. I would choose MySQL in most days, which is better for scalability and large systems, especially on Android platform. I would again go for MySQL for that, but it depends that how your data is gonna come up. Like, is it going to be like user registration and user will access certain components and that's it? Like, if I can define that's what's going to be my data and how is it going to look like in the future, I would choose MySQL for that any day. But if I'm a little bit worried that probably I'm going to add a new field there after some times and something like that, then I would choose Firebase or something like that. SQLite, surely it can handle, but I have never given a try SQLite to be used in any kind of scalable app or something. Testing out few things are fun is good for SQLite. To be honest, I've never given much thought on SQLite. MySQL is usually my choice of database because, to be honest, it's really the rock solid, robust, and very, very powerful database. I don't think so anybody can meet its standard. Like, call me a fanboy of MySQL, but yeah, that's basically it. I prefer MySQL. It has never betrayed me in any of the project that I've done so far in the entirety of life. Like, there was no such thing like can do in MySQL. Surely Mongo sometimes, or these NoSQL databases sometimes are good. But yeah, I'm on the side of MySQL. Call me a biased one or anything like that. Okay, so after React.js, should I directly go to your MERN course? Yes, absolutely. Usually I recommend people is complete my free JavaScript course, then jump into the React.js course, and then you can jump directly into MERN course. And if you're still feeling like, yeah, I should explore a little bit more on the Node, then probably you can go for Node as well. But I think JavaScript, React.js, and directly MERN should be good enough for you. Okay, so let's pick up this question. Hitesh, my college teaching C language and I'm learning JavaScript. What should I do, sir? Learn C for college. We all know how we learn things for college. Like, you just learn it to get marks and just get away with that. And you're already learning JavaScript probably from my free series course, so that should be all good for it anyways. There is a super chat by Abhishek, and he says, a best stack for large scale e-commerce, 1 lakh products, 50,000 daily visits, 10,000 orders per day, MySQL. Go for, like, I would be choosing MySQL again for this one. And it's not really, I think Django can serve your purpose pretty nicely. Node, like, it looks really lot that 1 lakh is like really a lot of products and lots of queries will be made. But I think Django can handle 1 lakhs of product pretty nicely. Even PHP can handle that pretty nice and easily. That shouldn't be a big deal because putting up the product in that is not really a big deal. And we are having 50,000 daily visits. So not all the visits are checking all the products all the time. So if you look at what is the traffic one at a time, then I think Django or anything can handle that pretty much easily. I would go for backend onto MySQL again, or maybe Postgre if you want like simpler, more easier way. Postgre can do that pretty easily. So that if on any given random day, I would go for it. Like, it's not really that much I'm specific, but yeah, I would choose that much of a stack if I had to build for a client. And again, it depends on how much the budget of the client is, because if the client is having good budget, then I would go for something like complex stack, which can be really good for future. Something like Django or Postgre and something like that. And if the client is looking like for a startup or something unique or something, then I would go for like fancy stack, Mongo, React and stuff like that, because speed is important there. But if the client is like very, very onto stuff, oh, my camera is dying, seems like. Okay. Yeah, there we go. We're back. And PHP MySQL would be my choice if client is not paying too much. Like, these programmers are very, very easy to find and they don't charge that much. So I would go for PHP and MySQL. Okay, so Vibha says, hey sir, talk about Android architectural patterns. Android is going through a nightmare right now. Currently, the phase how Android is evolving and having a fight with the old things being deprecated and new things coming out every day, and then again a new thing is being hinting coming out, like it's going through a nightmare. I'll make a video on that. And you're going to notice that how they used to do things are deprecated, and they are suggesting that do this way, and now the new things is on the way. I'll make a dedicated video on that because it's really, really a nightmare situation. And the core Android developer are in a misery situation right now. Like, why the hell we are in this one? Okay, so Ionic developer with 1 year experience, getting very less package. Any suggestion to get good package, or should I change domain? Help, very confused. See, Ashok, the thing is that if you're going to be rigid in one stack only, then chances are that eventually your packages are going to go lower than that. And since you're having good experience in Ionic and stuff, why don't you move into some recently more popular stack, something like React Native or something? These programmers are getting like really, really good pay. And your pay is also going to depend where you are living. If you're looking up for a job in Bangalore and that side, it's going to be a higher pay on that. But yeah, I get it. Like, not a lot of people are now working in the Ionic and stuff. So obviously eventually pays drop as the technology becomes scarce and nobody is using it. Either people abundantly come in that tech, then the package actually goes lower, or if nobody knows it, then nobody's using it. So I would recommend try to change a little bit onto your stack and try to apply in more companies, or talk to your boss. That's always an option. Okay, let's pick up another question and hopefully I can find it somewhere here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Krishna says, just a thank you. Maybe wrong, but I'll tell you once need to work under you any project. I will try. Thank you so much. And really, I appreciate your kind words about thanking. It's really a good gesture. And I recommend all the people to try it, even to regular people around you. Try thank you. It's a good thing. So yes, I will try to post up new upcoming projects. And this is a light kind of a big announcement up here. I'm all done for this year. All the courses that I wanted to publish, all the videos that I wanted to make and everything, I'm all done with that. I'll start making videos in the next year now. I want to prepare now that what's going to be coming up in next year, how we're going to execute things in the next year. This year was fantastic for us. Like really a lot of things happened bad as well. We suffered a little bit losses as well. To be honest, like around 50 lakhs or something is like the final ratio of the losses that we have beared this year. But yeah, what can we do? There was nothing I could have done in these offline centers and offline other stores that we are having and businesses. But anyways, this was the stuff. So I want to plan out how the next year is going to go. So that's what all my rest of the December is going to go. But yeah, that was a kind of a small announcement I wanted to make. So don't expect any courses or too many videos. If I'll get some time, I'll try to prepare a few like crash courses or something, but hard chances I'm going to play some games, plan out some of the business and stuff like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick. Okay, so which question should I take up? Okay, there we go. Hello, sir. Which one is better, React Native or Flutter? See, it's not about which one is better, which one is going to serve your purpose, what you want to do with the application. Both of them are completely capable of handling any kind of application that you can throw them, and pretty much good in that, which one or which area you are comfortable in. The only issue with the Flutter that I see is you have to learn like Dart, which is as of now a standalone language. So I have to invest my time in learning Dart and stuff. While on the React Native, I don't have to spend a time in learning a completely new language, which probably is not going to be useful for me in any other area. So that's only the thing I can see, but I don't see any problem in that as well. Any language that you learn is going to serve you really good in the long run. So yeah. Okay, so when you update your React.js course, I updated it probably like 2 months ago or 3 months ago or something like that. The updated courses are only available at learncodeonline.in, not on the third-party platforms and something like that. They only get the old videos or sometimes even lesser videos and stuff like that. Old videos need to go somewhere, so they actually enjoy those old videos. New videos actually come up only Learn Code Online, and I have already rolled out a new course on that. I haven't made an announcement. I give you on that. I haven't posted announcement on React.js course. I didn't post it about React Native course on YouTube. I didn't post it about the interview preparation course. I need to do that. I will do that very soon. I'll make separate dedicated videos for them. But these 3 courses are already ready. Hundreds and thousands of students are already studying them. We're answering a whole lot of questions and stuff. Jubair says, how do I ask questions? Just like this. Should I make a tutorial on how to ask questions? Come on, man. Don't do this. Okay, so I don't really like to talk about what's happening in the politics side and something. Let's keep our discussion about Flutter and React. I know a lot of things are happening, but probably this is not the channel where I should be talking or sharing my thoughts on that. And also, I don't have any power to do anything for that or that situation, so I won't be talking on that. Let's keep our side on programming only. Okay, so Vekan says stack-wise subscription in LCO. I don't know, probably we are not looking for that. Currently, it's just buying courses and like a store. That's all what we are having. Okay, so where are your offline center? Nowhere right now. We are Learn Code Online right now, and everything is happening online only. Wali Shop says, is dropshipping good? It's decent. It's not really good, really great amount of money that you can generate. If you're going to put up like half of the effort that you're putting in the dropship into something more like learn designing, learn Photoshop, Illustrator, or programming or anything, then you can earn like way better than that, than the dropshipping. Okay, so there was a question about live streaming somewhere. I wanted to pick that up, but I don't know where it went. Okay, so what stack should I use for live stream website? That's like really the biggest topic of discussion right now. Like, how can we do the live stream better? And no matter what stack you choose, it's not really giving that much of a great quality unless and until the CDN is of YouTube. Like, you can see this quality. This is only possible because the CDN is of YouTube. The way how they are handling the things is unbeatable, unmatchable. I wish this kind of same openness is available in the Google Cloud. I would move my videos on Google Cloud if this kind of things happens there. But sadly, Amazon is good. I'm not saying it's bad. It's really, really good. But this kind of a thing, quality, compression, and delivering of the video, that is I'm missing on Amazon. Like, I can get like all the source code, but let's just say in the sandbox, and I can use that all the features in a Google Cloud, GCP. That would be great. That would be great. That would be a dream come true. Okay, so I do implementation, deployment, and explaining functionality of your products to client. I have 2 years of experience. For which role I should look in the market? Okay, Pratik, you are majorly on the DevOps side, I guess. So you should be looking for the DevOps, because if you do implementation, deployment, and explaining the functionality, there is usually in the big companies a role where this explaining functionality has a support section itself, especially in the B2B application. And you also do deployment stuff. So I think you should highlight your deployment more and less of your explaining functionality, because that would put you into more into support category. But I would say go for more highlighting your deployment in your resume or whatever you're doing, and call that you have 2 years of experience in deployment. Do a little bit crash courses or watch few videos on YouTube and stuff. Try out few things on deployment. And I think then we can have a DevOps role for you, not us, but other companies. Okay, so currently doing a MERN course, Libna. Currently doing MERN course. After that, what should I do? And thank you for a great course. Thank you so much. Once you're done with the MERN course, I would highly recommend that try React Native, because that will help you to build, like, you're already good in JavaScript. You have played quite a lot in the free series of JavaScript. In the MERN, you are absolutely doing a rock solid job in JavaScript. Then you should move into React Native and get a taste of similar environment, similar style of code, and that can build a mobile application. And by the end of that, you will be like a full stack web application developer and a mobile application developer. Now imagine at what position you are. You can ask a lot to the companies that I'm going to be handling so much of stuff, how much you're going to pay to me. So yeah, it's all about what kind of profit you can give to the company. And now let's bring up our boss. I wish they can sponsor more. Okay, so let's pick up more question by It's by Shubhantanu. He says, sir, how to get into blockchain domain as a fresher? I still have no idea, to be honest. Zero clue like how to get a job in blockchain. I don't know what companies even are using blockchain. I once heard that there is a project by Ambani. He is trying to get something into blockchain, but after that, I didn't heard a thing, utter silence. So I don't know what companies are there who are using blockchain. It's a great word, big buzzword, big hyped, but where is it getting used actually? Everybody's saying we are using like some chunks of it and then realize everything is just like basic. So I don't know, like where should I implement it? If there is a company which is using it at a big scale, then I can say, yeah, this is a part to learn it and all of that. I can have that, but I don't know, to be honest, that what companies are using it. Okay, so give some views on future of Sap environment. I don't work too much on the Sap. I have heard a lot of people doing it. And in the Sap, actually, you don't do like core programming, like writing the words and everything. So it's good, but I'm not into Sap, so sorry, cannot help. Okay, so it says future of native iOS development. It's going to be good now because after the introduction of Swift UI, the programming community in the Swift UI is getting active again and they are going good and everything. But if they wouldn't have introduced that, then it would be like really a competitive stuff. Okay, Ganesh says, your tuts are amazing. Hey, thank you so much, Ganesh. What's the best way to add animation on web page? CSS, Anime.js, or any other better efficient way with Vue and React? Okay, so there is a way, and if you have heard about the Lotte Animation, can I share the screen right now? No, the setup is not ready for sharing the screen. But if you have heard about the Lotte Animation, actually, I wanted to bring my friend Pablo. He's a great designer. He's like, we talked on Instagram about having a live session, then didn't pick it up again. So Lotte Animation is one of the things which gives like really faster animation. And I would really avoid too much of the animation because animation takes time. Animation is all about delaying the stuff from happening. So you don't want to put too much of animation. It looks good in the theoretical and all of that, but it doesn't really give a client a feeling that, yeah, everything is working like super fast and rapidly happening. So avoid too much of animation first. And if I had to put up like in the web, I would be putting up like some of the SVG based animations, or I would prefer most of the time Lotte Animation. They are ridiculously fast, like anything faster than that. Anime.js and these kind of stuff are very heavy on the website. I would avoid them most of the cases. So Lotte Animation is one of the things you should look up for. I'll put up a video on like what is Lotte Animation. A lot of people don't know about them. That's why there are special websites on which you can buy them, or you can hire your client. They give you these micro animations for like the download button or something. You can have them. Okay, so I'll probably bring Pablo on this channel or probably on my Instagram someday. We are going to talk about all these animation stuff. He does a lot. In fact, you can buy these animations from his website also. I forgot his website name. He's doing great. Okay. Okay, so Karan says buying reference books are worth it. I haven't bought any reference book in like what, 3-4 years. Everything is online. I can read directly the docs and everything. So, and you can make your own notes now. So I don't see a point of buying, like at least not for me. At least this is not what is going to be for me. Okay, so there's a lot of questions coming up. Okay, so Pradosh says, how should I start with a full stack development as a fresher? There's a lot of options. You can learn JavaScript and start my React.js course. You can learn from my Python course and can start with Django. And probably I'll bring more in the future, but these are the basic ways how you can start it. And that's basically it. So there are a lot of ways. You're not just getting started. Start with any programming language and you'll be good after that. Okay, so Aman says, awesome video quality. Thank you so much, Aman. Thank you so much. Okay, is there any issue on the website? Let me just check that. And nope, everything is all good and everything. So there's a website in case you are looking up for down for everyone or just me.com. I know, too big of a name, but this is a website you should be looking up for before saying that any website is down or not, because it tested out whether it's really going down or not. So make sure you always look for any website, not just by saying, I couldn't reload this website. Always go on to down for everyone or just me.com. So it's a very famous website. Everybody uses that. Okay. There are options for... Okay, so it says, just one says, there are options for logging in with Gmail and Facebook and LCO app or a web. You know what I mean. I really don't know what you want to say up here, but initially at one point of time, we were getting so many of the spam registration and stuff like that, that I thought, let's just close down the regular email-based registration. Let's only keep Gmail or Facebook-based registration. I'll probably add a GitHub as well. And that's it. That's all what I wanted to do at one point. But then we eventually blocked like 150 domains which were malicious. Now we don't allow them. But really, these are way better ways of authenticating a person instead of having an email base. There are lots and lots of things that goes wrong in the email based authentication. Okay. Kamran says, explain code refactoring. Code refactoring. Have you ever done a code refactoring of an app which is already in the production? Then you're going to understand what nightmare it is. It's not just about extracting a function and putting it into a separate file. Basically, you do the same thing, but there is a lot of potential that it goes wrong. I once did it for an application which was in the production. And it's really, really kind of a nightmare situation. You break so many things that you don't have any idea. So tell us more about your other businesses. Okay, so which one would you like to know? Like, we do have a lot of things going on. Some things I'm not really comfortable in showing you online, like what all I do. I don't really find myself exposing that much in the world of online. But what do you want to know about more offline business? You can ping me on Instagram and can ask more about that there. But yes, in total, like 5 or 6 businesses are totally online that I work, and probably double of that are offline. Okay, so I guess we're going to be keeping like 1 or 2 more questions, and then we'll be getting away from the live. So let's take a couple of more questions. Java or Kotlin for Android dev, and why I am a student. I would recommend still Java. Kotlin is not picking up that much speed that it should be picking up. All the people who were flaunting around that we opted Kotlin in the early days are moving back, rolling back either on Java. Some of them which I know, which were really explained or put it up quite heavily in the marketing of Kotlin, they, instead of going back into Java, they changed their entire stack and React Native. So yeah, I would say go for Java. That is better. Kotlin is not picking up that much, at least as of now. It's not going anywhere. That doesn't what I mean to say. Okay, so just one says, from where do you buy your gray t-shirt? I have a guy who sends me up all these t-shirts in bulk, and he knows me very well, thanks to YouTube and all the stuff that I do, that whenever I get a call to him that, hey, send me like 10 t-shirts or 8 t-shirts, he just sends all the packet for me, fresh, all great, and I can start wearing for them. Like usually I change all of my t-shirts stack. Yes, I change the entire stack of 8 or 9 or 10 t-shirts in like 4 or 5 months. I don't need to like buy them every month or something. 4 or 5 months is all good, and you won't believe this. This is a funny situation. On one day I was like coming from the gym. I realized the cleaner in the gym was wearing these same gray t-shirt. Our fruit cart guy was wearing the same t-shirt. Our security guard was wearing the same t-shirt. Because once I'm done with like 3-4 months, I give these t-shirts to whoever asks and needy and all these people. So I realized that all the people around me who are selling vegetables and stuff, all are in gray now. That's kind of a very funny situation. But yes, I'm trying to spread this gray stuff everywhere, and like cleaners and everything. Everybody in gym and every guy actually wears this kind of a gray t-shirt now. They are having a good stack now, thanks to me. They are having a good stack. Okay, so Vijay says, how old are you? I think probably more than old than any of you are watching, because I guess what kind of average age here would be? 25, 26? Yeah, definitely way older than that. Way wiser than that, as the people say. It's not just about... Okay, so Ranjit says, thank you for the live and your mic quality is awesome. Thank you for providing more information during this live. Thank you so much for the kind words. I try my best to put as best as quality as I can. And this live is moreover like a podcast. In order to have a podcast, you need other person as well to discuss the things of life and probably code and stuff. And I think this is my way of doing the podcast in which you are also a part of it. And this is why I took the setup a little time so that I can put your questions on the screen as well so that people can know who am I talking to. And this feels more to like a podcast to me. I don't have anybody to talk on the podcast here. Most of my friends, they don't know about anything about code. Code is like way above their above their thinking, and I don't want to bring them up here. So yeah. Okay, so Paras says, I didn't choose gray life, gray chose me. Yeah, kind of we can say that. Gray matter, huh? Harshit, yes, gray matter. That's nice. There's an interesting question. I would like to answer this one. It says, what's the profit of learning multiple programming language? There's a lot of profit that you gain from learning multiple programming language. See, what's happened usually is most people start with, let's just say, Python or C or C++. And you will never understand how much a programming language can be powerful until unless you learn the programming language, because just printing those patterns or solving DSA questions, they're good for you. No doubt, they are good. But you don't understand what actually can you do. You sometimes are even confused, like, I'm not able to get for loop, or why we are defining method in 10 different ways and stuff like that. But eventually you move on to the X different language programming, X language, you understand, this is why we are doing it. Then you move into Y language and you understand some behind the scene concept of old programming language. So learning multiple programming language makes you more open-minded person. It's almost like saying same, like, why do we travel? Like, what's new you're going to see if you travel to Europe or something? It's exactly same what we are seeing up here. Like what you're going to see in India, there are mountains, there are deserts, there are forests, everything. But it's not like that. When you move into different countries, you meet different culture, your brain explores more potential. And that same happens in the programming world as well. The more programming language you understand, your minds get more clarity and you are able to code in the previous programming language more efficiently when you learn more programming language. So I would highly recommend people to explore more programming language as much as you can. Probably there's a syntax that you're going to learn in new programming language, which is going to click back into other programming language. And you're going to have so much fun. So I always recommend that learn as much languages as you can. Okay, there's a super chat. Please, this is the last one. Don't send any super chat after that. Okay, can I learn Go well, or should I learn advanced Java first? Greetings from Argentina. I would say no, Java has nothing to do with the Go at all. You don't need to learn too much of advanced Java. You can directly go and learn Go. That would be funny. But yes, you can directly learn Go. My Go series is still on a halt, but I'm pretty sure you're going to find another great resources. Internet is full of it. And I would say best of luck. You can directly go and learn Go. No need to move into too much advanced Java. Go there. And greetings from India as well to my Argentinian friend. Okay, so that's all what we're going to do for today. And that's pretty much it. So that's the end of our this kind of podcast live session that we are having. I think you guys had a lot of fun. Answering your question is always fun. It gets a little bit more thinking process to me as well. And I will be going up either on the bed or will be playing some game or stuff. Hey, Buddha is here as well. So hey Alicia, how's it going on for you? I hope you are doing good as well. So thank you so much. And that's pretty much it, all we are doing. So go ahead and keep on. And one more thing before we go there, make sure you go ahead and join up on Learn Code Online as well, in case you're not aware of it. That's a very hard thing to believe. And also join me up on Instagram. We're going to have some more fun on Instagram because I'm looking into my database actually and trying to find out like what more companies and colleges we are serving through Learn Code Online. And that's where I found these amazing guys, which I posted about on my Instagram page and everything. Okay, so that's all what we are gonna do, and that's a sound that we are all done. Yeah, funny, but that's a sound that we are done for the live. So yeah, that's all. We are not having any Discord or anything. We have fun on Instagram only. Okay, so bye-bye. Keep on writing some amazing code, and never forget, be always kind to others, and make sure, forget everything, but don't forget to smile. That's the most contagious thing, best thing you can ever have. Keep on smiling, keep on writing amazing code, and I'm gonna catch you up surely in the next video.